Home sweet home. Rachel dashed forward and grabbed the frog around his plump green tummy. Frog turned his head and glanced at her, and her eyes buggling. "And what do you think you're doing?" he croaked. Rachel shrunk. She let go of the frog. He hopped away from her, looking very annoyed. "It's a talking frog," she gasped, her eyes wide, "and it looks like it's being ransomed. Bertram!" We flew down Kirsty's shoulder. "I didn't know it was you." Bertram floated his head and hugged him. "Thank goodness you're safe, Miss Amber," she said happily. "And may I say it's very good to see you again." Amber beamed at Rachel and Kirsty. "Bertram isn't an ordinary frog, you know," she explained. "He's one of King Oberon's footmen. He works closely to the king and queen." "Oh, yes," said Kirsty. "I remember now. We saw him, the frog footman, when he was with Ruby." "Excuse me, miss, but a frog in the uniform would not be a good idea on Rainbow Island," Bertram pointed out. "That's better if I look like an ordinary frog. But what are you doing here, Bertram?" asked Amber. "Where's Ruby?" "Don't worry, Amber," Bertram replied. "Miss Ruby is safe in the pond." Amber looked very certain. "King Oberon sent me," spelled the cloud fairies spotted Jack Frost Goblin sneaking out of fairyland. "Think he has sent them here to stop them from finding the rainbow fairies." "The cloud fairies? I don't know because I don't have those kind of books. It might be the earthling fairies." "Rainbow fairies," Miss Amber said. "Think you'll stop me from finding the rainbow fairies?" Kirsty felt a shiver run down. "Jack Frost Goblin," she said. "They're his servants," Amber explained. She stumbled and looked very scared. "They want to keep Fairyland cold and gray. No fear, Miss Amber," Bertram croaked. "Here to look after you and keep the rainbow fairies safe." Suddenly, a shower of fruit shot out from the pot. Ruby fluttered out. "I heard voices," she shouted joyfully. "Amber, I knew it was you, Ruby," Amber called that, and then cartwheeled through the air towards her sister. Rachel and Kirsty watched as the two fairies flew into each other's arms. The air around them fizzed with little red flowers and orange bubbles. "Thank you, Kirsty and Rachel," said Ruby, and she and Amber floated down to them, holding hands. "It's so good to have Amber back safely." "What about you?" Rachel asked. "Have you been okay in the pot?" Ruby nodded. "I'm fine now that Bertram is here," she replied, "and I've been making the pot into a fairy home. We can stay there until we find all fairy sisters are found." "I brought my shell with me," Amber said. "It could make a lovely bed for us." "Could you show her?" Rachel put her bag down the grass and took a peach-colored shell out of it. "It's beautiful," said Ruby. Then she smiled. Rachel and Kirsty, "Would you like to come and see our new home?" she asked, but the pot's much too small for Kiersey and me. Inside, Rachel began, then she stared. Tinkle. Then to tinkle with excitement. Oh, are you going to make us fairy-sized? Again, Ruby nodded. She and Amber flew over to the girls' heads with fairy magic dust. Rachel and Kiersey stared to shrink. Just then, before soon, were the same size as Ruby and Amber. I love being a fairy, Kiersey said happily. She twisted around her silvery wings. Me too, Rachel agreed. She was getting used to seeing flowers as tall as trees held over to the pot. Oh, wait outside, he croaked. And Ruby, she took Rachel's hand and Amber took Kiersey's. They led them towards the pot. Rachel and Kiersey fluttered through air, dodging its butterfly wings as they in velvet as they brushed against her flying. Kiersey and Rachel leaned gently the pot. She looked down regularly. The pot was full of sunlight. There were little chairs trying to cover with the floor. Should we bring the shell? Asked Rachel. The other side. And push the shell some. Here, he croaked. The shell seemed to be very heavy now. Rachel and Kiersey were the same size as Ruby and Amber, but Bertram helped them lift the to a pot. Soon, the shell bed sat neatly inside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, they go back after. I was counting because I thought there was 5, but there must be 6, because then after they find Heather in my first video, they have to find her in my first video, so yeah, okay. Ruby turned to her sister. Do you like it, Amber? She asked. It's beautiful, Amber replied. Reminds me of our house back in Fairyland. I wish I could see Fairyland again. I miss it so much. So now we can go back to Fairyland for a good and show all together, she explained. But I can show you. Follow me down the farm. Are we going? It's fun. Scattered. She appeared. And Amber cried, gazing at the water. So cartoon and chilly. Sad still houses and flowers. Trees icy gray. Suddenly a cold breeze rippled the surface. Pictures started to fade. What's happening, Kiersey whispered. Everyone stared down at she went thin green face frosting right here. Close of here. Jack Frost for me. Or she said. Rachel's every version. Means that Jack Frost goblins must be close by. Thanks for watching 3 and 4. I'll see you next time, maybe today, after we go to Costco. Okay? For number 6. And then we'll be going on to Sunny tomorrow and Fern tomorrow. Bye.